also Senator Hoeven. Governor Burgum, the rules of the committee require that, quote, at any hearing to confirm a presidential nomination, the testimony of the nominee shall be under oath. Accordingly, if you'll please stand and raise your right hand, I'll administer the oath. Do you solemnly swear that the testimony you're about to give to the Senate Committee on Energy and Natural Resources shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? I do. Thank you. Now, before I have you begin your opening statement, I'll ask 3 questions that are addressed to each nominee who comes before the committee. First, will you be available to appear before this committee and other congressional committees to represent departmental positions and respond to issues of concern to the Congress?
Yes.
Are you aware of any personal holdings, investments, or interests that could constitute a conflict of interest or create the appearance of such a conflict should you be confirmed and assume the office to which you've been nominated by the President?
No.
And are you involved or do you have any assets that are held in a blind trust?
No, I do not.
Okay. I'll invite you now to introduce your family before you give your opening statement.
Well, good morning. Thank you, Senator Lee. Thank you, Senator Heinrich. Grateful to have the opportunity. Thank you for your leadership on this committee. And I do want to begin with gratitude, as I always do, with a special thank you to my friends, Senator Hoeven, Senator Kramer, not just for their kind words this morning, but their incredible service to the country and to North Dakota over their lifetimes. And Senator Lee, as you acknowledged, I'm deeply grateful for the support of all of my friends, my family, especially our 3 kids, and my amazing and courageous former First Lady and my wife, Catherine Burgum, who's joining me here today. It's certainly an honor to have been nominated by President Trump to serve as the 55th Secretary of the Interior. As Senator Hoeven said, I grew up in Arthur, North Dakota. This is a tiny town of about 400 people. We didn't even have paved streets when I grew up. It was all gravel. And it was 400 if you counted everybody that was also staying in the Good Samaritan home. That's how we got to 400. My father was a World War II Navy officer who served in the Pacific. My dad died when I was a freshman in high school, and my mom went back to work in higher education. I was blessed to learn from them about service, about leadership, about sacrifice, and certainly from both of them about a love of the outdoors. Growing up, I worked in our family's grain elevator. Every job I had all the way through junior high through the end of college was one that required showering at the end of the day, not the beginning of the day. And I even worked my way through undergrad at North Dakota State as a chimney sweep, which I loved that job because it was one that you could move up fast and always stay in the black. I thought it was the perfect career. After grad school, as John mentioned, I had an opportunity to go directly from undergrad to Stanford for an MBA. And then later I was working in Chicago. I saw my first Apple II computer. And that was the moment, literally, where I said, I need to get into the software business. And I'd inherited 160 acres of farm ground from my dad, and I literally bet the farm on that tiny software startup called Great Plains. With a dream and hardworking team members, we grew to a global public company with over 2,000 team members serving 140,000 businesses in over 100 countries around the world. I spent my entire professional career in the private sector until I was elected governor in 2016. And for the last 8 years, I've been blessed with the privilege of serving the citizens of the great state of North Dakota. My time as governor has been a valuable preparation for the opportunity and the privilege to potentially serve as the role of Secretary of Interior, as our state and my duties specifically as governor there put me in contact with many of the bureaus inside the department. In North Dakota, we share geography with 5 sovereign tribal nations. State and tribal relationships in North Dakota have sometimes been challenged, but the current partnership is historically strong because we prioritize tribal engagement through mutual respect, open communication, collaboration, and a sincere willingness to listen. I'm grateful for the many tribal nations, both in and outside North Dakota, for expressing their support for my nomination. As governor of North Dakota, I also served as chairman of the North Dakota Land Board, which manages our state's land and minerals with the goal of yielding a return for a state endowment fund that significantly funds public education. I chaired the North Dakota Industrial Commission, which oversees 16 agencies that are related to a variety of things including energy research, the state's geologic resources, energy production, and transmission. The governor of North Dakota also serves as the chair of the State Water Commission, overseeing billions of dollars of water resources and projects. All of these are parallel responsibilities to Interior and often interacted with Interior agencies. North Dakota, of course, is blessed with a rugged natural beauty, including the majesty of the Theodore Roosevelt National Park, which is home to Theodore Roosevelt's Elkhorn Ranch, which is considered by many to be the cradle of modern conservation. And of course, we have beautiful badlands. I'd like to note here on the record that our badlands are significantly badder than South Dakota's badlands. Just tremendously badder, not even close. But in addition to that, we've got great prairies, world-renowned agriculture. We've got amazing hunting and fishing, four-season outdoor recreation, and much, much more. In North Dakota, we created a prosperous economy by sustainably developing our natural resources, along with our respect for the land and the wildlife, and at the same time having among the cleanest air and the cleanest water in the country. During our tenure, North Dakota experienced among the lowest unemployment in the nation and the highest real GDP growth. Demographically, our state went from one of the oldest states to one of the youngest. We attracted record levels of talent and investment capital. I say this because our success was underpinned by the understanding that we live in a time of tremendous, tremendous abundance, and we can access that abundance as Americans by prioritizing innovation over regulation. If given the opportunity to serve as the Secretary of Interior, I'll bring those experiences and those lessons learned to the leadership of the tens of thousands of dedicated professionals within the Department of Interior. Which brings us to President Trump's vision for a vibrant future that we can achieve together. The American people have clearly placed their confidence in President Trump to achieve energy dominance. And by energy dominance, that's the foundation of American prosperity, affordability for American families, and unrivaled national security. Today, America produces energy cleaner, smarter, and safer than anywhere in the world. And when energy production is restricted in America, it doesn't reduce demand. It just shifts productions to countries like Russia and Iran, whose autocratic leaders not only don't care at all about the environment, but they use their revenues from energy sales to fund wars against us and our allies. President Trump's energy dominance vision will end those wars abroad, will make life more affordable for every family in America by driving down inflation. And President Trump will achieve those goals while championing clean air, clean water, and protecting our beautiful lands. Next to TR National Park, we're building the Theodore Roosevelt Presidential Library and Museum to honor the leader who advised America to walk softly, speak softly, and carry a big stick. In our time, President Trump's energy dominance can be America's big stick that will be leveraged to achieve historic prosperity and world peace. The Department of Interior, in cooperation with the U.S. Congress, this committee, and the states, will play a pivotal role in achieving the outcomes to make the world safer and America even better for our children, our grandchildren, and generations to come. I thank you for inviting me here today and look forward to your questions and our discussion.